Alright, back into Quanturv. We got plenty to do here. Sorry to put this on you. I know you're busy, but do you mind swinging by the turbine room? No, that's alright. What's the matter? You forget something? Well, not really something, but it's similar, I suppose. I knew it. Seems like we had while we're out. Though it's past the deadline, so it's expected. Hey, what do you mean you had some? Who would come here? Customers. Wait, you mean you're running a shop too? Yeah, I have been. Why are you asking this now? You never told me. Sorry, I thought you already knew. No, really. But why run a store? To make a living, of course. I'm not some sort of monk. Obviously on Quanturv I had to eat too. What? You mean you didn't receive any support from Phelion? Well, there wasn't much. As you two already know, it's difficult to go in and out of this town. So I've been earning a little extra cash on the side with what I do best. What were you selling? Basically anything from day-to-day living items to weapons that were illegal to carry on Quanturv. You really are one tough cookie. I'll take that as a compliment. Oh yes, you two should feel free to come by too. Of course I won't charge you. As long as you don't mind helping me out a little bit. I'm really short-handed in terms of staff. Yeah, of course. Hey Delta, you can't just agree for both of us. Sounds like fun. Besides, Sarly needs our help. Are we really just going to ignore her? Thanks, Delta. I owe you one. Oh, just do whatever you want. I can't stay here too long. So, synthesis, Noelia Laboratories is now available. And guess what? It's time to do a lot with Sarly. So let's see what we can do. Start by talking. Still, it's hard to believe you opened a store, and here of all places. Is it that strange? It's hot, dusty, and frankly, just being here suffocates you. Why open a store here? It's not that bad once you get used to it. You know how they say when one clears their mind or something. Is it really that simple? I think it is. Say, could you actually turn up the air a little bit more? Sorry, but the climate control isn't doing great right now. This is the best I can do. Then you should fix it. You're good at that sort of thing, right? Just because I live surrounded by machines doesn't mean I can fix them. I specialize in information, so I'm better at using machines than tinkering with them. Ah, I don't do that. Besides, your first mistake is expecting a comfortable environment on a degrading colony ship. I'll give you this book, Cass, so you study up. Living aboard a wrecked ship. Well, if we have to deal with a thing called Fantoon, we're playing the wrong game. Living aboard a wrecked ship? Now that's a depressing thought. The fact that you're depressed by it means you're avoiding the truth. You must understand your surroundings. Let's see here. I guess this is pretty interesting. It's got lots of tools for survival, too. Hey, this recipe has steps to produce the items. Does this mean we can make them, too? I'm glad someone's paying attention. That book shows how you to make certain tools and rations. If you're interested, I can produce them right here for you. I like that sort of thing. I don't mind helping. This is getting interesting, isn't it? Let's try making a few to start off, yeah? Yes, I suppose so. Well, I'm not interested in any of these. Okay, so synthesis is open. What can we buy directly? Still no Picari ore directly. That's the shameful thing. Well, we're not going to get much done here. But handmade cathode, alright. Yeah, so same dance, just with a different character in the center of the shop. At the same time, this never gets old. Oh, handmade cathode? Okay, your self-device is complete. Go ahead and take it. Hey, wait, are you seriously intending to have us use this cathode? I saw you were putting a lot of work into making it, but it just looks like junk. I made it using odds and ends from around here. It's only natural that it would appear like this. Taking a closer look, it really is made from a bunch of junk. So this part is rusted. Is it really okay to use this? Machine parts are surprisingly well made these days. They won't stop working due to a little rust. It might not appear very impressive, but its performance is higher than those you can buy at shops. Really? Is the performance really that great? It appears you're having a hard time believing me. No, you're saying it, so I believe it. But thanks to its appearance, I can't help but worry about things like short-circuiting, for example. I see. It seems that even if I build things from odds and ends, I need to take appearance into consideration. Well, the fact that you're prioritizing performance over appearance seems just like a mistake you'd make, Sarly. Oh, we can talk at least. Why is this place always so messy? Why did you try cleaning up for a change? Might actually look messy, but it's actually quite functional for what I need. Are you sure about that? I find it hard to believe you can actually work effectively in this environment. Of course, I don't use it all. But you see, there are lots of items that could come in handy, or just things I like having around. I suppose you could call it materials and interior design. Interior design, huh? I just don't get it. I'm sorry. Figures. I wasn't expecting you to understand anyway. No, this is all wrong. Look, even Delta agrees with me. No, I'm not talking about interior design. You two are supposed to be childhood friends, right? Why are your conversations so boring? This is how it usually is. Still, there has to be a limit, right? And if you're childhood friends, then you should be talking to each other as if you're much closer. Why? I just don't see the necessity. We communicate just fine. Well, maybe for you two, but what about the rest of us who have to watch you? You know, surely there are certain topics that girls can only share with their childhood besties, right? Why? I don't see the necessity. We communicate just fine right now. You said the exact same thing a few lines ago. Still, what you're saying is not only impossible, it's ridiculous. I mean, try to think about it. Can you really see Sarly and me getting all bubbly over some girl talk? I can't. Right? Still, that doesn't mean it's impossible, right? Sarly, you're a girl after all. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a girl based on my age, but my appearance will probably never change. See? Do you really think someone who talks like that is capable of girl talk? Now, just you wait. Here I am listening to the two of you say how impossible it is without my input. Sorry. And I know I'm the one who brought this up, but suddenly it's all beginning to make sense. You're expecting results from the wrong person. You've gone too far now, Cass. For the record, anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, better, huh? Now you're just being rather modest, aren't you? Well, I don't think I can beat you in the violence department. What? Good point. Pow! Ow! See, that's exactly what I can't do. Now you're just asking for it. So you're saying you can beat me in anything except violence? Then prove it. Next time I come over here, I want to hear non-stop girl talk. Bring it on. Hey, are you sure this is going to be alright, Sarly? Do you even know how to talk like a girl? Delta, don't underestimate me. I'm a girl after all. Of course I can talk like one. That's exactly what I'm worried about. Oh, come on now. She says she can do it, so let's see her give it a shot. I can't wait till our next visit. We'll talk like girls all night long. Not exactly what I had in mind, I don't think. Hey, more talking. Oh, hello, Sarly. Oh my, welcome. Please help yourself to any one of these seats. Why, I would love to. Oh, that's right. I had dinner at this cute little restaurant the other day, and the dessert was to die for. Was it? Cake? A strawberry tart. It had reduced calories, but it still tasted phenomenal. I could eat without worrying. Humanoid forms should not gain any weight, no matter how many calories they intake. But it's natural for girls to worry about that sort of thing. You don't watch your calories, Sarly? It's unnecessary, so I don't worry. My point is, my meals consist of microwavable dinners. I think that's a problem in and of itself. At any rate, perhaps it is due to an old habit, but I occasionally take a supplement or two. Hey, Sarly, do you remember our last conversation here? Delta, you shouldn't interrupt. If a man begins talking, we can hardly call this girl talk, can we? What? Hey, Sarly, do you even have any idea what girl talk even means? When two or more women talk and have a good time, no? Well, I'd say we're still pretty far off on the good time part, to be honest. Really? I'm having a lot of fun. Well, when girls talk, they should both be having fun. Ah, I guess you really did have no idea what girl talk was. You see, girl talk usually means gossiping with each other. But we did. Delta, you've been listening, wouldn't you agree? Just looks like idle chatter to me. There's got to be a better way for girls to, you know, talk. Okay. Sarly, let me give you this book. We lost a monthly T-Jewel! Wow. Now that's a girl who has something to hide on the cover. Is this what you want to look like, Cass? Of course not! But that's my source of information. Some of the articles are actually entertaining. You should read it. Do I have to read this? Of course you do. We made a deal to talk like girls, so until you can, you need to study. So I recommend you read up until our next get-together. I never should have said I could do girl talk. You're stuck here, Sarly. Well, you're safe for now, because we can't do any more synthesis. Alright, back to the town map, because we do need to head to the church to advance. I want to double check the bathhouse, because I think we can... Yep. We can talk to Sarly, too. Oh! Whoa! Sarly, what are you doing? What do you mean? As you can see, I came here to take a bath. Looks like we ran into yet more trouble. Were you two about to get in together? No, you're wrong! And don't say it that way, it'll cause misunderstandings. The only thing we can do here is use the purification stone to strengthen ourselves. We aren't taking a bath. I see. Then I'll just leave it at that. Sounds like you're implying something. Of course, even I know you're not just doing purification ceremonies. You're also having fun chats in the bath. How did you know that? Have you been peeping on us? No, Nate told me all about it. She also told me about how much fun she had talking with Delta in the bath. It's more like she's coercing me or using me. That brings me to another question. I'd like to try talking with Delta in the bath too. Huh? I'm curious about what I would talk about with the opposite sex in such a liberating setting. It's okay if it's only once in a while. Could you lend Delta to me? Sarly, no matter how you think of it, that's... Okay. I know, right? Huh? Wait, what? Nothing would happen between you and Sarly wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't like. Of course, this is simply a psychological experiment on myself, and any Delta is an ingredient. Yep, that's how she is. Sarly, I know we're friends, but I still can't lend him to you for free. We'll be even if you treat me to some of the new Euro Ice at the ice cream parlor in Phaleon. Of course, that's no problem at all. Wait, do I seriously only have the same trade value as Euro Ice? That is hard to say. So we can only perform purification with Sarly at Atsu Springs. That's expected. Yeah, we got 4. Let's do it. We don't have anything to do with Cass, so... Delta, what are you groaning about? Well, now that I think about it, I haven't really talked to you that much before. Now that you mention it, that's right. I'm the type of person who only speaks the bare minimum each day anyway. I know, right? That's why I'm not really sure what to talk about. You don't need to think about it so hard. I told you before we started, but I'm curious about what I'd like to talk about with the opposite sex in a setting like this. That's the only reason why I'm here. That's what I'm talking about. You aren't even the type of girl who talks that much with other girls, right? What kind of topics would you bring up for a fun talk between girls? Well, the other day, when I was looking through old data, I found a self-replicating virus program, and... Did you not just hear me say a fun talk between girls? If she's a girl who has the same interests as me, she would definitely want to hear about this. My head's already hurting. Well, putting aside the difficulties, I never had an opportunity to talk to you like this before. Let's talk with the objective of deepening our friendship. Sure, I guess. I look forward to talking more. Yeah, we'll unlock level 2, but not level 3. By the way, are you getting along with Prim? Yeah, I guess so. Although I can't just get used to being called Daddy. I'm sure, you and Casty are both still single after all. That is, unless you got married while I was away from Phaleon. No way! I'm still a youthful single man bursting with energy. Bursting with energy. This might sound rude, but that's kind of creepy. Actually, I'm kind of regretting saying that myself already. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Prim was born really suddenly, so I'm still not used to this, but I want to protect her. I see. That's good. Well, unexpected. Prim is a child born from you and Cassie's feelings for each other. Well, it's a little different, I guess. You could think of her as a crystallization of your thoughts. I was actually a little curious about what you two thought about Prim. Did you think we not like her? No way. I already knew that. I was just worried that you'd not know how to deal with her, and that you were having a hard time. I see. Thanks for that. But we actually get along really well. Pretty well. So I really like having her around. You don't need to worry. It seems so. I suppose this was just needless anxiety. I'm relieved. Super local environment issue. Sarly, isn't the environment of your shop kind of bad? Delta, you realize that's where I live, right? It's kind of rude saying it's a bad environment. I actually really like that secretive atmosphere, you know? But that heat and humidity, even Cass was having a hard time with it. Well, it's true. I sometimes get frustrated by the heat and humidity, too. Maybe I should repair the air conditioner. Wait a second, there's an air conditioner? Delta, that's my home. Wouldn't it be stranger for there not to be one? Then why don't you use it? I just told you, it's in need of repairs. It's true that it could be repaired, but I specialize in information systems, not mechanical work. If I tinker with it and end up breaking it completely, I'd be even worse off. That's why I've left it alone. Then just call a mechanic. You're saying you need to call someone over to a secret hideout? That's so inconvenient. You can get used to living anywhere, and once you do, it's like heaven. I hope you and Cassie get used to it soon. Alright, about genometrics. By the way, it seems like you went into my genometrics. Could you tell me what you thought of it? I don't mind, but was that something I can talk about? What are you saying? I'm just asking what you thought about my own genometrics. It's unethical to ask about other people's genometrics, but there's no problem here. I get that, but Or are you trying to say it was so bad you can't talk about it? Could we just drop this topic? I doubt anyone would be happy if I talked about it, okay? You're not the one who decides what makes me happy or not. I do. What exactly happened inside of me? I'm more curious now. I can't just not ask you about it. I got it. I'll tell you exactly why I don't want to talk about this. Are you prepared? Yes, start any time. Neuroki was there. Huh? It could talk and move and it fought enemies. What did you say? Urijo and Gunarm were there too. They all call themselves by Neurokiller Z. Urijo and Gunarm were there too? By the way, Neuroki was actually what you transformed into. That's unfair. You got to go to such a wonderful world without me. Why would only you get to experience such a great new world? You aren't even interested in Neuroki. Don't ask me. That's a world your mind created, isn't it? Yeah, I need to tell Casty about this as well. No, wait. I thought it's bad manners to talk about genomatics with other people. Normally that would be true, but if Neuroki's involved, it's special. I'm sure Casty would agree. I'd even bet that all the Neuroki goods I own on that. Why are you so serious? But I think you really should reconsider it in this case. I doubt Casty would be happy to hear about it. Why can you say that? It's not like you're a Neuroki fan. Well, that's because Casty transformed into Urijo. Oh, I see. That would definitely make her resentful. Seeing how I got to transform into Neuroki and Cass is just Urijo. You think so too, right? That's why I think it's better to keep this as a secret from Cass, okay? You're right. It's exactly as you say, Delta. What was said here stays here. If not, we'd likely just end up making Cass sad. Oh, so much Neuroki! Now we are done in here.